Hello everyone, this is Remlays from 40k Theories, and welcome to the August 2023 edition of the Patreon Q&A sessions. As always, if you would like your questions answered, then click the link in the video description below and help support the channel by becoming a patron. Now, let's jump into the questions. Adam S asks, is Shazo Tao Kais of Dawn of War Dark Crusade the same person as Kais the Living Weapon from current lore? See, I'm not entirely too sure to be honest, because I've heard some people refer to him as Shazo Tao Kais, but I vaguely recall at least one source stating that his name was Shazo Viola Kais, though for the life of me I can't remember where I read that, and I need to find out because it's bugging the hell out of me. But in either case, if Kais the Living Weapon's name is Shazo Viola Kais, then it's a different guy entirely. I guess Kais is just the Tao equivalent of Steve or Dave or something, you know what I mean? So for now at least, let's say maybe, but probably not. Warrior of Virtue asks, given everything we know about them and Drukhari society in general, do you think it's possible that the homunculi are, and have always been, Chaos worshippers, and that the birth of Slaanesh was no accident? I don't think so, no, because there are still plenty of instances where homunculi, are really, shit scared of demons and, that kind of thing. I mean, according to the 7th edition Homunculi Coven Codex, the homunculi were basically the ruling elite of Eldari society prior to the fall, so if anything, I imagine they were like, politicians or like celebrities. It'd be quite funny if looking back at him, homunculi were like, pop stars or something stupid like that. Coming out on stage with their new #1 single, it's Yuri and Rakov with Hit Me Baby One More Time or something dumb like that. Oh, why is that so funny? It's not funny at all, but I don't know why it's just tickled me so much. Yeah, back on point. No, I don't think it's likely, though we do know that priests of Slaanesh were a thing prior to Slaanesh's awakening, because there's one shown in the novel Farseer, for instance. I mean, you may have one or two who are secretly Slaanesh worshippers, but overall I don't think they are, no. Pentadeuce asks, if the Emperor was hesitant to kill Horus, then is it possible that the 2nd and 11th Primarchs are still alive but held in the Dark Cells, or similar? I mean, it's possible, given that we don't actually know for certain what happened, but the thing about Horus is that, while the Emperor viewed the Primarchs as tools, the Emperor was with Horus for pretty much the entirety of the Great Crusade, and regardless as to whether he viewed him as a tool or not, you have to remember that, even with normal people, myself included, you're always going to have, a favourite thing that's, let's be honest, pretty inconsequential, in the grand scheme of things. Like, you have a favourite toy, a favourite tool, a favourite book, a favourite video game, that kind of thing. And if someone tells you to destroy your favourite toy, you're probably going to turn around and say, nah, fuck that. You know what I mean? So, while it's possible that the 2nd and 11th Primarchs are still alive, I personally very much doubt it. What does the Imperium do with Traitor Marine war gear that's looted after a battle? It depends upon which faction in particular has gotten a hold of it, because if it's the Ecclesiarchy, for example, they would just burn it, but if it's say a Space Marine chapter who may be a bit more pragmatic, they might take it, if it's not too badly corrupted, and then sanctify it and, reconsecrate it. In fact, we know this happens because, well, Logan Grimnar did it. He took the axe of a Chaos Champion and had it reconsecrated and blessed by the Rune Priests and Iron Priests, and that became the Axe of Mordecai. So ultimately, it depends upon which branch of the Imperium gets a hold of it first. Griffin of Might asks, do most Chaos Marines get resurrected by the Chaos Gods, or only a select few? Most Chaos Marines certainly do not get resurrected by the Chaos Gods. Most Chaos Marines don't get resurrected, period. You have to do something to really impress the Chaos Gods to earn resurrection. Or you get one of your mates to pay Fabius Bile to do it for you, but still. But for the most part, no. They don't get resurrected by the Chaos Gods unless they do something like extraordinarily impressive in the eyes of the Chaos Gods. Zero Hits asks, how much solid lore do we have on the two titans that guard the Eternity Gate? Old lore says that they're warhounds, while new lore says that they're reavers. I'm not sure, to be honest. I think it might be stated in the novel Carrion Throne, because a Drukhari homunculus ends up getting pretty much all the way to the Eternity Gate, so I think it might actually be stated there, so I'll need to double check. And finally, Voice of the Emperor asks, are you going to do a QA video with the Lion, like with Gilliman, Dawn, and Kurz? I do plan on doing so at some point in the future, yes, but I still need to find an appropriate voice for him, so it may not be for a while. And that concludes this edition of the Patreon Q&A sessions. As always, if you would like your questions answered, then click the link in the video description below and help support the channel by becoming a patron. Until next time, this has been Remlays from 40k Theories, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye!